What's going on, everybody, and thank you for stopping by the channel today. We are doing one more 4Runner video, and that is the top 5 dislikes. Alrighty, so this, like I said in the beginning, will be the last 4Runner video. Then it's back to the Tundra. It's getting warmer out, so we're going to have some FRS videos coming up too. Tomorrow's video and the next day I'm pretty excited for. I feel like they're going to be a lot of fun, so make sure you check out the channel tomorrow. But before we get to that, we got to get to some of the dislikes of the 4Runner. Overall, it was a great vehicle. I had a great time. Thank you, Liberty Toyota, once again for giving me the vehicle to review. But as I always say in all my videos, a vehicle has to have dislikes. If it doesn't have dislikes, you didn't try hard enough. So I got 5 here that I'm going to rattle off to you real quick, and I'll stop on each one and give a little explanation. So let's get started here. Number 1 for me is the engine wasn't powerful enough for the vehicle. It wasn't terrible, but getting up to speed, not as good as I wanted. It kind of reminded me of my Jeep Wrangler. It just wasn't enough engine for that big, heavy vehicle. The example that I have in my mind right now is when I was coming back from Atlantic City, I went through a toll plaza when I had to get back up to speed. The truck was definitely, I'm not going to say struggling, but it was taking its time getting up there while other cars were whipping around me. Mind you, this is New Jersey and there is 0 patience on the road, so you don't want to be caught in a weird situation. So just make sure you test drive it. That's probably the number 1 dislike on all of these that stands out the most to me, is the engine is just a little underpowered. I could be wrong. 4Runner owners, tell me what you think. You own it long term. I just did it for a week, and I wasn't putting the pedal to the metal to get up to speed either because it wasn't my vehicle. Number 2 is the placement of the window buttons. I don't know if you've ever been in a 4Runner, but the window buttons are actually up on where you would lean, where the actual window is, and you could just hit the button, which is cool. You don't have to take your hand off when you're leaning your arm to go anywhere to put the windows down. But the problem is, just from where it sits with the window there, I feel like if rain got in, it could eventually short out those buttons, but I'm not sure. Again, 4Runner owners, chime in anytime. Number 3, the infotainment screen is too small. It's a really nice setup, and one of my top 5 likes was the interior setup and you know, the whole center stack and everything, but the actual infotainment screen is pretty tiny, and when I was driving, it was kind of hard to hit certain things without taking my attention off the road, which is, you never want that. So a little bit bigger of an infotainment screen, maybe like that's offered in the Tundra. I believe the Tundra is a 7-inch, maybe a little bit bigger, but yeah, that would be a lot better if it was just a tad bit bigger. Number 4 is fuel mileage. I achieved 19.6 over the 5 days, which is not bad at all, but in today's day and age with SUVs and stuff like that, you know, 19.6 isn't exactly where you'd want to be. Now, the 4Runner's in a class of its own. Okay, it's a little bit bigger, not as big as a Sequoia, but it's kind of in a class of its own. I'm not mad about the 19.6, but, you know, MPG is so important in today's world, I feel like I would put it in there as a dislike. Was hoping to get into the 20s and remain in the 20s. So, number 4 is going to be fuel mileage for me. Number 5, vehicle braking, okay? Now, I said when I got into the 4Runner, I felt like it was going to be like a big truck. And when I got in it, the handling was great, the ride comfort was great, great suspension, everything, nice, calm, quiet ride. My only issue is the vehicle braking felt like a truck. It was very lungy forward, okay? So not comfortable in traffic situations with the braking because, you know, like I said, it would handle like a dream, and then you'd go to brake and it would be very, very lungy. That's the term we're going to use on that. So tell me what you think. Those are my top 5 dislikes. The only one on here that, you know, if I had to pick one is my true standout is the engine power. But like I said, some of you guys are going to own 4Runner, so I would love for you to chime in nicely. Don't be mean, be nice. But yeah, let me know what you think of these top 5. Did I leave anything out? What would you like to add? Do you want me to take something off here? Let me know. Comment below the video or find me on Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.